Good morning. Welcome to day 16 of Vlogmas. I ended up last night with 11 new hexies, and I don't even remember how many I had before I started crocheting. Did I have 5? Did I really make 6 hexies last night? That's pretty awesome. I may have had more. I honestly don't remember, but one of the ones that I was able, I only added 4 of them to the blanket. One of them being the beautiful color from yesterday, and then a couple of scrappy ones here. But yeah, that is on the agenda today, is adding the last hexies and crocheting a lot more, because I can see that this is doable. I am going to be able to finish my blanket before Christmas, and I'm of course excited to do that. The first one that I'm going to crochet up today is going to be what's in my advent of today. Day 16 here. If it wants to focus, it may or may not. There you go. A little angel with day 16. So let's see what I put in here. It's just kind of random because I made these 24 little cakes of yarn, and then I mixed everything together and just put them into the pouches without even looking at the numbers of the days. So, okay. Yeah, I guess that is what happens when you want to use every single bit of a beautiful leftover. So you add 2 cakes of it, and they come on consecutive days. No worries, I can put this wherever in the blanket. I don't need to put them right next to each other. But yeah, that's definitely what, oh, I wonder. I actually had quite a bit of leftover from yesterday, so I might be able to get 2 hexies out of this. I would love that. But yeah, that is, as I was about to say before I interrupted myself, that is on the agenda today, is making more hexies, adding them to my blanket, and enjoying watching it grow. Actually, I also wanted to show you my magic balls, because was it the day before yesterday, I think, I wound off some of the yarn on my magic ball because I wanted to get to one of the previous scraps, and I started another one, and I already have extra yarn to add to it. I'm also adding the scraps from my Pistweg scarf. I might as well do that as well. There's no reason for that to go into the scrap bin. It can easily go with the rest of the colors of the blanket. So I'm going to put this in right away so it doesn't end up a tangled mess. But yeah, here are some of my other hexies that I'm going to be adding today, and hopefully a bunch more. I do have a domestic goddess day planned. I'm getting a little concerned for my home. I think health authorities would probably shut it down if they stopped by. They've never done that. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed, but I am also gonna redistribute some of the leftovers of life that is all over this place. So that's definitely on the agenda today. And also we're gonna start some gift wrapping because we have most of our gifts ready. We just need to wrap them, sort them, so that we can give to the people that we're not celebrating Christmas Eve with. We want to have them all packed up so we can easily pass them on. So it's going to be a productive day, hopefully. I mean, the plans are made. Let's see what happens. I want to show you the precious gifts that I received yesterday at the Knitters Meetup. We do that from time to time. We are 3 Danish podcasters who from time to time invite people to come to a cafe, a coffee shop. It is such a cozy place, and they are so sweet whenever we call them and tell them, oh, we're gonna have a meetup. They're gonna just close off a couple of their rooms so that we can sit there, just knitters, hanging out for a wonderful afternoon. And yeah, that's what we did yesterday. And I got some amazing presents. I got a birthday present from the friend that I was having lunch with. Last year, she made me some yarn. She's a spinner and a gifted knitter. She has been test knitting for me for years, and I have learned so much from her. But last year, she spun up some dog yarn for me that I used for a hat for my granddaughter. And for my birthday, she has spun up this. This is from a collie, and then it is mixed with some Corriedale. And there's a lot. And I mean, if you've never knit with dog yarn, try to get your mitts on some, because it's amazing. Looking at it in the skein, you can't even see what's going to happen. But once you start knitting with it, it creates, it's beyond a halo. It's just a thick layer of floof over the knitted fabric. It is so warm. It is so soft, and it is just delicious. And it's totally Pia colored. So after I have been going back and forth about my Christmas Day cast on, and I can't really seem to make up my mind, I have decided that this yarn is going to be my Christmas Day cast on. I am probably gonna make some fingerless gloves, really long, luxurious fingerless gloves. And then I'm gonna finish them off here on the hand with a cable going this way. So knitting the glove up here and then a cable here. A cable that can be either folded up so that it covers almost all of my hand, or folded down so that it just looks cool. I already made that pattern quite a while ago, but it's tested, it's tag edited. I just never got around to publishing it. So I might just publish the pattern. Then I'm gonna actually add an extra, I'm gonna add two mitts to the pattern, because this yarn is heavier than what I made the original mitt in. So I'll have to look into that, but that would be something glorious to work on Christmas Day. And also it's gonna be something that I am gonna love wearing, and something that I will treasure for years to come. You can take your stuff, it's okay. Are you camera shy? Say hello to the camera.
Hello, camera.
Again, I have said this a lot of times, Vlogmas is real life. She also got me another present, because she is following along with Vlogmas, and she had seen me cast on a Christmas sock. And she knows me very, very well. So she knit me a pair of Christmas socks so that I have something to wear this year, because she knows as well as I that I'm not going to finish them in time for Christmas. But just look at these. The yarn is the Mylan White. They have these amazing Christmas colors. And now I really needed to focus, because can you see the beautiful lace pattern that is on the front of the foot? Let me just see if I put my hand into it, if I can even give you a better peek at it. Aren't they just the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? I am so happy for these socks. And now that I have shown them, I can start wearing them. They are so pretty. I also got another present from one of the other beautiful knitters that was there. Very, very generous present. Just look at this. A mini skein in Pia colors. And definitely this will be added to my Hexie blanket. I'm gonna go wind up this yarn right now, and I am gonna add it to the blanket. It is so pretty. Oh, there you go. It is so, so pretty. Wow, just look at it. All the nuances of the gray. Yes, definitely this is going into the blanket today. She also gave me, and I apologize for the crinkling, but I love the packing so much. She also gifted me a stitch marker that she had bought from a small maker in Ukraine. When the war broke out, she wanted to support some of the small makers, and this is one of the things that she got. Just look how pretty it is, with the little bead here. So pretty. And apparently she also knows me well. Chocolate. So I will be munching on this chocolate. This is one of my favorite chocolates. Summerbird, they just yummy. So I'm in for a good day, right? I also got another present. It was like a birthday party. I got these flexible DPNs, and I love using the flexible DPNs. Really, John? You're gonna be okay. He's upset because Peter just left. I love working with the flexible DPNs like the Addi Flyers and that kind of needle, but I often find them a bit too floppy. So they're like flopping around as I'm knitting. These have a lot more hold to them, a lot more structure, as you can see. So I'm really excited to test them out. I got a set that is size 2.5 millimeters, which for me, being a very relaxed knitter, is probably going to be good for either one of the thin, fine sock yarns helped with a silk mohair, or one of the heavier weights. There are some of the sock yarns that are just slightly heavier, and I think these are going to be perfect for that. I'm really excited to try them, but I'm not casting on another sock just yet. I have 2 pairs on the go, so I am holding the horses until I finish at least one of the pairs that I have on my needles. But yeah, the kind knitter who gifted these to me have started importing them into Denmark. I'm just going to show her information in case you're in Denmark and you're curious. This is the maker of these needles. And there is some contact information for them here. And this is the knitter who is importing these into Denmark. So you can get them by contacting her if you're in Denmark. So yeah, that was quite the generous crowd. And I am so gonna enjoy everything that I got.
Christmas is on its merry way, and for every single child there's a gift on Santa.
Okay, house is clean now. I did start to record a podcast in Danish just because that was a lot more fun than cleaning, but I got to the cleaning afterwards. House is clean. Laundry is still going. I don't have to deal with that right now. And here I have all of our Christmas presents that were given to the family. They're all brought down from the studio so that when Peter comes back, we can start wrapping those. But for right now, I have some time. I have some time to sit and work on my Hanksy blanket, watch some Vlogmases. I have found 2 new Vlogmases this year that I am loving, like absolutely loving. Chelsea Yarns and By the Lakeside. I have from time to time been watching an episode of theirs and actually always liked them, but their Vlogmases, oh my goodness. So I am hoping that they have put out fresh episodes for today. I should think so. It is relatively late in the day. Sweater of the day is a cardigan, which is no surprise. I love my cardigans. I have them in all the colors of the rainbow. This is my perfect little cardigan that I have 4 or 5 of this cardigan. I love it. I love that it has, you can see up here, it has a compound raglan, which gives it a very nice fit. It has this ripped detail going all the way from the neckline down the arm and into the ribbing on the arm. It has some short rows to give a great fit. And yeah, I set out to make a perfect cardigan, one that wouldn't slide off your shoulders, one that would be easy to wear with everything. And yeah, this is perfect to me. This version is knit in the Rerum Natura Ulysses. It is a wonderful yarn, like amazing. I love this yarn and it is holding up really well. It was a pleasure to work with, but look at this. I have been wearing this a ton, but there's a teeny tiny bit of pilling, but seriously, it's next to no pilling. And it's just, it's a pleasure to wear. It's warm, but it's not too warm. You can easily breathe in it. I am definitely gonna work with this yarn again. Actually, on my last trip to Texas, I was planning to pick up some. I had found a wonderfully burgundy auburn tone that I was in love with, but that trip did not turn out exactly as planned. So I didn't get the yarn. That was the least of my problems on that trip. We are going back for New Year's, so maybe I should contact Ginger at the McKinney Knittery and ask her if she has that colorway still and if she will set some aside for me for sure I am gonna be knitting in this yarn again. It's a favorite.
For today, it comes to say that Christmas.
Dog yarn is caked up. It is ready for me to grab on Christmas morning. I am so excited. And actually, what I was showing you last night with Charlie, who just couldn't leave the bag with my gifts alone, this was of course what he was going crazy for. He just, yeah, he found it very interesting that I had not only brought a dog home, but put it in a paper bag, which of course, that's crazy. And I think it's kind of sweet of him to try to figure out what was going on and see if someone needed help. But yeah, dog yarn is ready. I am, of course, going to put it in the project bag that my mom made for me. I'm going to go do a gauge swatch. Maybe not now, but at some point I'm going to do a gauge swatch so that I can start working on the pattern. And I'm also going to add this glove to the project bag. This is what I will be making. This is the original glove. I want to change it slightly. I want to make the hand a lot longer. The braid here, probably I'm going to make it a little bit wider. I don't know. I'll figure that out. But I want it to come up and almost cover my entire hand. What's interesting about this braid is the way that I made it. It also looks pretty when it's folded down. So I just want it out here instead. So I am gonna add this glove to the bag so that I can try it on and take into considerations the changes that I want to make. But yeah, hopefully I'm also, I don't know, am I going to make them longer or is that just going to be a nuisance? I think maybe a little bit longer on the arm as well. I think so. So yeah, I am working towards my goal of having a project ready to go on Christmas morning.
That Christmas is on its merry way, and for every single child, there's a gift on Santa's sleigh. The first flake of snow is said to fall today. The first snow this winter is promised for this day. It brings.
I'm not wasting any dreams this Christmas. I've made my wish upon that star. The only dream of which my list consists is to always be wherever you are. This year there will be